Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest in the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today I have Jesrina Arshad on the line, and she's a founder and CEO over at Purely Bee. And this episode is part of our CPG Convergence Conference series, where growth, capital, and innovation come together. And on this series, we're bringing together the best of those that are attending and participating in our CPG conference that's taking place on Thursday, June 25th. That's coming up quick, but you still have time to buy tickets. All you have to do is go to the show notes and you'll see it's going to be taking place in Los Angeles. There's a link there. It'll take you to the Luma page, which will then allow you to buy some tickets. And I'm going to be doing live interviews from the stage. Jesrina is going to be there along with some of the other brands or all the other brands that are participating. So come out and meet us. Jesrina, welcome to the show. Good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so a lot to talk about here today. So first off, I mean, I've known you now going in a couple of years at least, and
Yeah.
we've met in
three
person. I've
years or
seen,
so. Yeah.
yes, and I've tried the product, all of the above, but I've never had you on the show yet. And I'm like, wait a minute, I was checking my notes, and I'm like, how have you not been on the show yet? That's, I'm like, now we finally are bringing you to the
Yeah.
audience. So I'm
Yeah.
happy to have you here. Seriously, it's
Thank
been a
you. And
while.
in time for the CPG conference, so it's perfect timing.
All right. So first thing first, founder and CEO Purely Bee. Before we get into Purely Bee, tell me about yourself. Like, how did you get into entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so it very much was an accidental entrepreneurial journey. So I started in digital marketing. I was in the corporate world for about 14 years prior.
Mm-hmm.
I was head of digital marketing in the leading consumer media entertainment group in Southeast Asia.
Mm.
And I actually had long-term health issues. And I would have migraines every 2 days. I would break out in rashes and eczema
Oh
every,
wow.
and I had really, really bad gut health issues. I was like
Mm.
very badly constipated in a very long-term basis.
Mm.
All was connected, right? The skin issues, the headaches, it was all connected. And I was feeling tired all the time. I thought this was just me being overworked. I was a workaholic. I didn't sleep much, and I thought it was stress. And I
Mm.
came to know back in like 2014 time, and when I did some tests with a naturopath, that I had developed allergies to gluten, dairy, egg, wheat, and shellfish.
Oh wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't born with these allergies. I developed them over time because my diet and my lifestyle was considered toxic, but it wasn't. It's just that I was eating a lot of processed foods and my body is more sensitive to processed foods. And this is the way my body reacting. So what happened 11 years ago, come 2015, was when I discovered all of this, I had to learn how to go natural, cut out all processed foods and heal my body. But no one in Southeast Asia was advocating that.
Mm.
Talking from
Before
my
we go further, what was that like for you to cut out all processed foods and to do all that? Like I'm just trying to, I'm
Oh, it was a
circling back. I gotta
big
circle back
deal.
on that. That doesn't sound easy.
No, because no dairy, no eggs.
Wow.
And bear in mind, back in 2015, I didn't even know what gluten was.
I
So
barely know what gluten is still, but go ahead.
it's a component of wheat, right? Like anything with wheat in it, pasta, bread, it's got gluten. But
Yeah.
you can have rice noodles. You just can't have wheat noodles, right? So that's like the
Mm.
difference. So it was a very intense educational process. I spent 1 month just researching what can I eat? What are the
Wow.
alternatives? And honestly, if it meant that all I would be eating are salads and soups and things like that, I couldn't have done it. But the
Mm.
reason why I was able to embark on this journey was because I discovered these health icons. One of them was Deliciously Ella in the UK, who had chronic diseases that were able to overcome these chronic conditions, going natural and cutting out gluten, dairy, egg. So I learned from them because they were creating recipe blogs where they were making burgers, brownies, cakes with no dairy, no gluten, no eggs. So it was mind blowing to me
Wow.
how they were able to do that. This is back in 2015,
That's early. Yeah.
early. And back then in Asia, no one talked about this. No one talked about plant based, gluten free. No.
Hmm.
And so when I was following these health gurus and icons in the UK and the West and
Mm-hmm.
learned from them. And I was like, if I could eat all of my favorite foods and not have to worry about having to just have bland food, I can do the whole going natural, cutting out processed foods diet. No problem. It's all about whole
Yeah.
foods through this way. And it was actually really simple. I don't usually cook. I bought a food processor and it was so easy for me to make chocolate brownies through just a handful of like clean whole food ingredients. And
Mm.
in 1 week of me making those changes and preparing my own meals in that very natural, plant-based, gluten-free way,
Mm-hmm.
all of my symptoms cleared up. So
Hold on, in 1 week?
1 week.
That's
Yeah, crazy. I
crazy.
didn't
And
expect
so
it
how much, and
either.
you've been living for years with this.
Yes, yes. I don't even know how many years because it's not like I woke up one day and realized I had these issues.
No, it's probably
It's
progression, right?
the
Like you just
progression.
accept one little
Yeah,
health
at least
item and
five.
then it's like, oh, this is the new norm. And
Yeah,
then it's the
it could have
next
been
one.
10
It's like, oh, this
years.
is just, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, but when within that 1 week, when my rashes cleared up, headaches was the biggest thing. No headaches
Mm.
that week. And when you're used to having headaches every 2 days, that feels actually very life-changing. And
So
then my
your friends were nicer to you too, and your personal life. No, you didn't have headaches. You're like, she's so
my
happy.
friends were like,
She's
"Oh,
so
she has no
happy. What's going on?
not all the time."
I'm sorry, I
Because
couldn't
I'm like,
help
I
it.
can't, I have a headache. And they're like, yeah, 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 no. But no, but seriously, it was a game changer for me.
Yeah.
And my digestion was regular, which is why everything cleared up.
Mm.
And so that was a huge epiphany moment for me because as I mentioned, no one in Asia, Southeast Asia was talking about this, was guiding people on lifestyle change to overcome health issues that they were facing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the first time I experienced it. And I knew there were so many people like me who experienced
Mm-hmm.
what I was, who could use this sort of guidance and won't have 1 month of research that they need to conduct the way I did, right? How can you make it easy for other people? So I felt really motivated to just create a platform to share this knowledge and it's just an educational platform on sustainable healthy living across
Mm-hmm.
nutrition, fitness, diet, lifestyle, and all about natural.
Mm.
But I couldn't do it alone. I knew I'm not a health expert. I'm the target audience. I'm the testimony, but I'm a digital marketing expert. So I know how to build a brand. And so
Mm.
I teamed up with some of the best naturopaths, medical scientists, nutritionists in Malaysia and Southeast Asia who became my business partners. And we were 6 women co-founders
Wow.
2015, and we launched Purely Bee. So it started as an educational wellness brand, but we were the first in Southeast Asia to take this lifestyle approach. And because of that, we developed a cult following, even though we had no money for marketing, and it just like really took off. And so I
Mm.
quit my job to do it full time after within like 1 month. I was like, okay, this is amplifying in a way that I never imagined, and I can't do this half baked. I've got to quit my job.
Wow. What
Yeah.
was that like at that moment when and the reason I'm asking this question is there's other people listening right now that maybe they're thinking about being an entrepreneur, doing something else.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? And that's not, I mean, not the like just taking that leap. What was that like for you?
So there's a reason why I didn't quit my job first and just decide to build this business with no clue how people would
Mm-hmm.
respond to it. I made a calculated risk. So whilst I put money into it, I invested my own funds into it. So did my co-founders. And I put
Mm-hmm.
a lot of time, effort, sleepless nights trying to juggle my full-time job and creating this venture.
Mm.
I had set a plan. I had a 5-year plan about this business. If it takes off, this is what's going to happen. But I'm not
Mm.
going to quit my job until I have validation that people do want it, even though I believe they will. But I need to see it launch first and see how people take to it. And so that's what happened in the first 3 weeks. When the first 3 weeks with no marketing, we had 10,000 users.
Wow, that's amazing.
So it
Yeah.
was like insane. We didn't expect it. It was a lot of word of mouth. People, even in Australia, were coming to our platform and saying, we love what you do. And only after that point, when I could see the impact it had with no marketing spend, then I
Mm.
knew I had to quit my job. But when I quit my job, it's not like we were monetizing. It's not like I was selling a product yet. Our superfood ancestral Malaysian wellness products came 4 or 5 years later.
Mm.
So I have no income. So what I did was I knew where my forte was. I'm good at digital marketing and I've built a reputation in the industry on that. So what I did was I set up a consultancy of digital
Mm,
marketing consultancy. So when I quit my job, I basically got in one big client on digital marketing, and
mhm,
the client gave me enough funds to pay for my salary and my co-founder's salary for 6 months. So it gives
mm.
6 month leeway, and then after 6 months we raise funds. We had enough traction to raise funds then. So it was everything was planned. I'm a planner. So I really thought about
I don't know. That still sounds pretty gutsy to me.
it is gutsy. It is gutsy. But I
I
have to
mean, a
say,
lot of
yeah,
people make plans, but that sounds pretty.
it doesn't work
You're
out.
an
That's true.
executor as well because you obviously
So you have to be a
executed.
good
So you
executor.
didn't just plan, you executed too. You had the
Yeah.
other side of it.
And
Like,
fast. I have to
yeah,
say speed is everything. We moved like laser fast. Like
yeah.
I basically did I discovered these health icons in January. In March, I incorporated the business. And
Mm,
in May, we launched the business.
wow.
In June, I've quit my job. And like, yeah, so it moved really, really, really fast.
The
I
people
think,
around you, your friends, family, they're like, what is going on with Jesrina?
yeah, they were like, what is she
They're
doing?
like, this girl doesn't have headaches anymore. We can't control her now. What's going on?
She's like a machine.
I know. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to picture if I knew you back then. Like, wait, what? So let's go present day now. So you've obviously productized, you got amazing products. I've been on your
Thank
website,
you.
purelybee.com. So talk about the products now and where we stand today.
Yes. Okay.
Or
So
purelybee.us. Sorry,
Purely.us is our US
purelybee.us is
website.
where I went. Yep.
Purely.com is our Asia website.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So basically for us, educating people on wellness is great, but we knew we needed to transform people's health on an even deeper level, but we weren't going to do what everyone else was doing. We wanted to fill a gap in the market, something that no one else is doing. And one really prominent gap that we saw working with the global medical scientists and the traditional healers and herbalists from the villages in
Mm,
Malaysia was ancestral medicine. So this
mm,
was the natural medicine of our ancestors, food as medicine. These concoctions and remedies have been used for centuries in Southeast Asia for healing and
mm,
prevention, whether it's gut health, brain, skin, lung health, all of it, and beauty. But this has become lost wisdom in Southeast Asia. You see a lot of
mm,
people in India and in China, right? From Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine. That's
mm,
what a lot of brands doing. But you were talking about Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Indonesia. It's all lost wisdom. No one has been reviving it, and the younger generation has lost touch with it. But I have tried these remedies, and it was game changing for my health.
mm,
So I worked with the traditional healers and herbalists from the villages who have this ancient wisdom. They have the gift. They're the ones who have these proven remedies, but they don't commercialize. They just go house by house and make the remedies for you by hand. They massage you, and they come from a sacred lineage of healers.
mm,
So it's almost like health and beauty secrets of certain communities. So what
mhm,
I've done is I've worked with them and the global medical scientists to then revive these ancient remedies so everyone can benefit. And we also help these marginalized communities because a lot of these gifted healers, they come from very impoverished communities. And so we also help to uplift them and help them earn additional income by being part of the business in this way.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing. Hmm.
thank you. So it's really a full ecosystem. For me, it's all about giving back because I'm creating a business really tied so deeply into my heritage and my culture and carrying forth the work of my ancestors. Uh,
Mm,
and so what we launched with first was Pagaga. We had one product for 3 years. And, a lot of naysayers and mentors and advisors were saying you need at least three products. You can't just launch one product. People want variety. But
mm,
this one product called Pagaga only had 6 ingredients. Pagaga is a 2,000-year-old herb from the Malaysian tropics, the rainforest. We focus on rare botanicals that no one else is doing,
Mm.
that has been proven. There's abundance of science. So what Pagaga does, it heals the gut and helps with brain function, mental clarity, helps to slow down Alzheimer's, and it helps to clear the skin elasticity, collagen production. It's used in a lot of Korean and Japanese skincare products. But the
Mm.
science is proven that the effects are stronger if you drink it rather than put it topically. But most of the people
Interesting.
are doing
Yeah.
topical. But in my culture, we drink it, and the science has proven that. And so we revived this Pagaga remedy. It's almost like a tropical matcha, and you mix the powder into water. Into water. That was the first product that we launched,
Hmm.
and it helped so many people who had eczema, who had skin conditions, who had constipation, and nothing else worked. And it was completely natural, so kids could take it. That
Mm.
we were able to hit our first million through just one product and just me and two other people in the team. And
Wow.
it was very challenging because I had never done a product business before. So you had to realize I'm navigating the whole CPG
Yep.
industry from being a almost like a tech media company.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it was a transition. We had no money to do it because any funds that I had raised as a tech company initially, we were no longer attractive to investors when we were a CPG company.
Oh, that makes
Zero
sense. Not the
revenue.
same. It's not necessarily the same investors. Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
not the same
different.
type. Yeah, they were
Very
looking at you for a
different.
tech play.
But
Oh,
our
wow.
valuation was already at a certain level, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So because of that, I had to just bootstrap it when we were launching the new product. But it was, yeah, but it was incredible because the product, I did a 3-month pre-order, and people said, who's going to wait 3 months for a product that they've never heard of? And you never done products before. People had to pay up front, wait 3 months for this Pagaga product. And we sold out 500 units within the first month, spending $1,000, and we made 50,000 within a.
Wow.
So the ROI was crazy. So it really showed me how much we were fulfilling a gap in the
Mm-hmm.
market. And I knew, I'm like, I'm not just going to create something because it's trending or something everyone else is doing. This needs to really feel like it's going to change people's lives. And I know it because it's done the same for me.
Mm.
And so that's how we started back in 2019, the first product. Fast forward to today, we have now launched our fifth product. It's been
Mm.
8 years of doing products, 11 years in the business. And we have now also launched Tiger Milk Mushroom, which I think you and Chirag are very familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can see the tiger in my screen there.
Oh, yeah.
Tiger milk mushroom is a very rare mushroom only found in Malaysia, and it opens up the lungs. It helps you breathe better. And people with allergy, sinus, asthma stop using antihistamines, they stop using inhalers. We've done clinical trials on this, and we work with the medical scientists who pioneered the research on this mushroom for 25 years. Now, we're
Mm.
only ones in the world who are selling this tiger milk mushroom extract that is patented. It's the most potent type of mushroom in the world. That's why a lot of our customers don't need inhalers anymore and don't need antihistamines anymore.
Mm.
But what we've done differently as well is we made it into a pixie stick. So what we do is we sell pixie stick supplements. So you
Mm.
don't need water. Tear open the sachet, pour the powder on your tongue, and the sweetness is from the fruits. No stevia, no additives, no preservatives. It's
Mm.
literally 3 to 6 pure herb and fruits ingredients, and it works so well that our customers say that it changed their lives. So it's like a healthy candy supplement
Yeah.
without
I
all
was
the
gonna say, who
nasty.
who
Yeah,
thought of this little pixie stick thing? This is a great idea.
I know. Honestly, another accident.
Come on. I was
I'm
like, who thought of
serious.
this little pixie? Like, this is like, I
We
only
were
see candy
formulating
like
it.
this.
We were
Go ahead.
formulating it. I mean, the tiger mushroom extract that we're the only ones in the world selling this with the scientists was powerful in itself. When I started consuming it, all the my gluten, dairy allergies,
Mm.
I didn't react. When I started consuming this every day for like just a week, it worked that fast for me. But I
Mm.
knew that we need to formulate in a way that people want to take it every day. And so we were testing this as from formulations. And when we were testing out one of the formulations, we decided to try it without water for some reason. Because normally you'd mix a powder and water. You never
Of
think to mix
course.
the powder directly.
No.
And and it just blew our minds when we
It was good. It
it
was
was
just good.
so good. And we were like, oh my
That's
God, this
funny.
reminds us of our childhood. It takes you back to your childhood. It's like has this nostalgia
Yeah.
and that's what the reaction from customers in the US have been. And we noticed when we launched it, we had customers from America buying in Malaysia. They were paying double the price to get it shipped to the US regularly, paying customs and duties, and they were doing it in bulk. And we
Mm,
were trying to figure out, we don't do any marketing outside of Malaysia and Singapore. How do these people know about us? So people were digging and they were finding and they were
mm.
willing to pay the difference. And so then I did my research and I realized no one is doing this in the US. But
Wow.
people have allergies. So many people suffer from congestion and inflammation and things like that. And right now, it's just over the counter drugs or antihistamines. There are the solutions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People want something natural. And what more than a healthy candy? Americans love their sugar.
Yes, we do. Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do. But it's mostly gummies in the market, right?
Mm.
But we would never do a gummy because the gummies come with additives and it comes with sugar, and we're just
Mm-hmm.
pure herbs and fruits. We would never do that because that's our ethos.
Mm-hmm.
So we're offering this alternative for people who don't want gummies, uh,
Mm.
and they don't want the sugar, but they also want something for their lungs because this
Yeah.
this is really powerful for the lungs. So yeah, that became a very unique proposition, and it opened the doors for us to expand to the US. Just 2 years ago, we dipped our feet, just very organic,
Wow.
testing the waters. That's when I met you and Chirag,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we gifted out, and I loved seeing people's reactions. They'd be shocked. They wouldn't expect it to taste the way it does. And then for people to come and tell me, one of our US customers said he had 15 to 20 years of bronchitis issues. And he consumed 1 month of our tiger milk mushroom, and 80% of it went away
That's it.
in a month of
That's
using.
amazing.
And he sent me a video testimonial. But yeah, so it's to me, I think what's important is that yes, it's delicious, it's easy to consume, it's a fun tasting mushroom supplement, but it actually has been changing a lot of our customers' lives, kids as young as 2 years old and adults as well. And we wanted to make it accessible to everyone around the world.
Amazing. Wow, what a story. This is wonderful. I didn't know the full story behind it.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is crazy.
thank you,
Um,
Adam. Yeah,
Jasrina, this is first off, thank you for making some time and coming on the show.
thank
Looking forward to
you.
seeing you on Thursday at
Me
the CPG
too.
conference. Everybody that
Yes,
doesn't have a ticket, grab a ticket. The link's in the show notes.
yes. Look
But
forward to meeting
also,
everyone.
absolutely, but also, Jasrina, how do people follow up? How do they learn more about Purely Bee?
Okay, great. So we're definitely active on Instagram, on social media. You can follow puretyb.us or me, Jess Arshad. I share a lot about my journey in building our Asian business into the US market. And go to puretyb.us for our website.
Fantastic. And for everybody listening, just so you know, we'll definitely put some links in the show notes so you can just click on the links, head right on over, check out Purely Bee. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. You heard me right. Each and every day, we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way on your journey as well. So hit that subscribe or follow button. And Jasrina, I will see you on Thursday. Thanks again for coming on.
Look forward to seeing you. Thanks, Adam. Thanks for having me.